welcome back. This is Bill Mouse Art. Let's see, it's Saturday, November 16th. Look at me, starting my little draw stream on time once again. I think I'm starting to set a record. Starting to set a record for myself. Yeah, let's get back to the old drawing table and see what we got going on. Let's find out who's here. Hey, some person, you're first in line today. What's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. Kevin, what's up, man? Ho, ho, ho. I know, it's I don't know how I feel about Thanksgiving anymore. I may as well just say it's festive, Christmassy time. Not that I'm not going to try and steal food from family households during Thanksgiving. I'm just saying it's. I don't think I need to wait for Thanksgiving now to basically start saying it's Christmas. Some person is thinking, hello, it's Kevin Green. You forgot the Japanese. Oh, why did I read it like that? Is that racist? No, it's just funny. Kevin agrees. Some person says, how long has that table been with you, Bill? This one right here, gosh, I don't know. It's been a few years. I make these little art tables for myself, and I plaster the back of them with stickers. So I don't know. I guess it's like the rings of a tree. I guess if I start digging into the stickers and get down to the base, I'll know about how many years this table has been with me. But it's a cool table. I like it. It's actually stretcher bars for a canvas. So I stuck that together and I put a sheet of plexiglass on it. And that's the way I was using it for the longest time. But putting some cardboard backing on it actually makes it a lot nicer to draw on. So at some point, I'm going to rip off this cardboard backing and reapply a new one. So I think this cardboard backing's been with me for at least a year or two. But the table will last until I break it somehow, possibly on a trip in a suitcase or something. Kevin says, a record? You spin me right round. See, I knew it was right round. All right, let me get a sheet of paper here. Well, you guys are first in the room. I kind of feel like drawing on white paper today with a regular. Actually, this is a lead holder instead of my normal. I usually like drawing with these mechanical pencils. It's been kind of my go-to. They're much easier to erase when I go back in later and I start inking stuff. But I think I kind of feel like drawing with this guy today. So that is where I'm at for right now. I don't know, something Christmassy. You said ho ho ho. That's putting us on. It's putting us on a path. It's putting some ideas in my head to kind of get things started. And as far as the show goes, I kind of like the format that we had last week, where about an hour or so into the show, we'll go ahead and auction off the art that we all come up with together. And then for the kind of the second half of the show, like the third that's left over for our 2 hours, I'll work on something that I'm actually already working on, so that way you guys can see some process. Last week we started on this piece, which is depicting evil Nira looking in a mirror, and Thalia, the cyber demon, is looking back at her. So we're gonna work on that. I think we're gonna put some inks on this today. I think that's what's gonna happen. I tightened it up a little bit during the week, and from what it was last week, it was basically really, really rough. It was just kind of like stick figure-ish, really rough. So I kind of tightened up some of that. Platinum says, am I late? Never. No, we just got started, dude. Started right at 10 o'clock. You are good to go, my friend. I'm glad you're here, man. Glad you're hanging out with us for sure. Saying hello, very, very cool. Some person says very late. A few hundred seconds late. I'm glad you guys are here, man. That's awesome. Kevin says, time for the snowballs to get thrown. Yes, yes. Solace claws. That's actually pretty good. I kind of like that idea. It's too bad I can't do like more risque stuff, for the YouTube live show. But we'll think of something. We'll think of something. So something Christmassy, something that might revolve around Solace. Haven't drawn Solace in a little bit, so that's a possibility. Kevin says, so late you lost the auction this week already. Right out the gate. Somebody won it for $1. Some person says she kind of looks like Power Girl. Yes, she is. But instead of a boob window, it's a boob door, like a straight up door. All right, well, we have Solace Claws. We've got snow. We've got snowballs. You know what? I'm going to start. You guys are. I'm halfway thinking about like Solace carrying like what looks like a bag of toys on her back, maybe going across some rooftops or something. We'll see where it goes. Let's see. And then as the ideas come in, I will see what room is left over and see if it's even possible for us to include it. But for right now, I know that I feel like drawing Solace now. I put it in my brain. So let me start by just putting, at least I'll get her head and face kind of in place. And I will just continue working with the space that I have left over as we keep going. And we'll see what evolves. We will see what happens with this piece of art. We'll see how tight. We'll see how tight I can actually get this art before the end of our time. It would be cool if we can get it fairly clean. Now, what we're going to be bidding on tonight is going to be the pencil sketch of this art. So this original piece, just the way that it's going to be. And I'll erase and clean it up and as I go along. And I think what's going to happen with this piece, especially because most of the pieces, it's always the plan is to take these pieces over to the Patreon page afterwards and maybe add some color, maybe do some digital inks, kind of finish it up so that way we can actually see what it looks like all nice and finished. But let me see. Let me just get Solace's face here first. And then I will take a peek back at the chat. Hopefully I won't lose track of things too much. I have no idea why Solace has got a scowl on her face. Here, let me get this a little bit closer. There we go. I have no idea why she's got a scowl on her face. It's just the way it's ending up, man. I guess listen to the paper. I don't know what's going to happen. I am just as surprised as everybody else. Yeah, I kind of miss drawing with this pencil. I like this pencil. All right. I'm just kind of drawing where her ear would be. And Solace always wears this headband. She's definitely a headband chick. carve this in here like this. Just want to get an idea of where she's going to be placed in the piece. There might be, I don't know, there might be a couple of characters in this piece tonight. That's the one thing I can't do with when I do those rendered pencil sketches. Like as soon as I put the line down, there's no second guessing or thinking about what I want to do with that. That's just where it goes. So depending on how we feel at the moment, tonight I definitely want to plan a little bit more. So if there's something we want to move around, I can kind of erase a little bit. Doing those freestyle sketches are a lot of fun too. But for tonight, this is where my brain is. All right, so we got a general idea of where Solace is. Let me try and catch up a little bit. I'll scroll back up so I can catch up on what everybody else already talked about 5 minutes ago. Okay, I think that's where we were. Okay. Hello to the invisible cat. Yes, she is invisible today, actually. She's not even in the studio. She's hanging out outside the studio right now. It is her boyfriend David's birthday today, and they're watching movies downstairs, like people that don't have jobs. Losers. What's up with that jank? She needs to be up here coloring graphic novels. I guess she deserves a day off every once in a while. That's fine. It's fine. Platinum says, "Wow, Bill must have drawn that auction piece really fast." I know you came in 10 seconds late, and it was already gone. These people rush in here. Let's see. Solace stealing Nira Claus's Christmas sack. All right, that's good. That's good. You're putting ideas in my head. This is I kind of think this is where this might be heading, at least in the general direction of scantily clad chicks on a rooftop stealing Christmas goodies. I like where it's going. It's Christmassy, but yet there's still drama. Yeah, I might have to pencil with this. Might have to draw with this pencil more often. I kind of definitely missed it. All right, let me just generally put this in here. So I think she's stealing Nira's Christmas sack. That sounds wrong. I'll worry about the phrasing in a minute. Figure this out in just a moment. We'll see what's going on with this. Some person says, I see you're using a 2mm clutch pencil. Good choice. Good choice. Thank you, my good friend. Thank you. Yeah, I forget to see the rubbed off on the side. I forgot the different sizes. I know that I'm still drawing with HB lead only because, if I was going to do a pencil drawing that was only like it was really meant to stay in pencil and do some shading and stuff like that, I might actually use a softer lead, but the HB erases out from the ink a lot easier. But yeah, I like these lead holders a lot. I like these a lot. But a sack filled with toys for adults, says Kevin. I'm just guessing. Yeah, it's either that or like the 7. Might be a 7. I'm not really sure. I have to look at the at my little refills. Gosh, I hope there's enough lead in here because I don't know where my refills are. Okay, I should have enough in here. That would suck. I have to just jump right back over to my other pencil if I run out. Kevin says, "How tight can you get, Solace?" Hey, that's suggestive. Platinum says Solace is trying to let Nira Claus take the day off because she needs a break. Maybe swiping the toy sack while Nira is napping. Oh, having Nira nap. That would be kind of sexy. That would be kind of cool. I kind of like where that's headed. That's kind of a cool idea. I like that. Some person says Nira must be hiding after that last predicament she was in. Platinum, were you the one that got the Dazzler art? No, it was that was not for Platinum. That was actually one of the pieces for the Nira X Dark Seas Kickstarter. That was one of the commissions for that Kickstarter campaign, and that one is actually headed out to Australia. Which, by the way, Tom, our illustrious leader over at Committed Comics, he gets to. Well, he's not going to hand deliver it, but he is going to mail it in country. He's going to Australia for his birthday. Happy birthday, Tom, by the way. Everybody, please wish Tom a happy birthday. He gets to. I don't feel bad for him though. It's like because he gets to go to Australia for his birthday. I think that is dope. That is too cool. And the person who ordered that Dazzler piece lives in Australia. He should hand deliver it to the guy. I mean, that would be amazing, right? But we shall see. I'll get a report from him later, and we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on with all that. All right, I got Solace pulling on the old sack here. No pun intended. Yeah, Solace is kind of a small, yet very agile spy. So I'll kind of like put her body in a general thing. I think we'll put something some Christmassy attire on her. Let's see how her other hand is going to fit into this here. It's always kind of cool when you're coming up with your poses and stuff like that, because you have the idea of what you want to pull off, but then there's the whole puzzling of where to put everybody and where to put everybody's parts in order to make it work. You know what I mean? There's a lot of problem solving along the way. I wasn't even really sure how she was going to be pulling on this bag, but now that I keep on positioning and repositioning things where they go, it's starting to take shape. She's kind of pulling on this thing kind of hard. It's like it's flying off to one side. This is a lot more dramatic than I was planning. I thought she was just going to be kind of like slinging the sack over her shoulder, kind of Santa Claus style. But lo and behold, this is what this girl is doing. Solace is all about drama. All right, let me catch up with where you guys are at right now, because I feel like I'm falling behind because I'm concentrating on the artwork here. Fatang, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. Yep. Platinum says no, but I wish. Very cool. Cool, man. Thanks, bro. Kevin said, I wonder who got it. I wish too. It's like it would have fit in with my theme just fine. Yeah, I really liked, and it probably fits in with your theme, because those are the themes that were kind of like on my brain when I was drawing it. Because the description that I got was very, very, very vague. It wasn't very specific at all. So, which is my favorite. So, whatever happens to be rolling around in my brain at the time, that's what I get to draw. And I was just super happy to draw Dazzler. I haven't drawn a Dazzler piece in quite some time, so that was a lot of fun, just as an excuse to draw that character. She's a lot of people like Dazzler. Dazzler's awesome. All right. The dramatic bag pool. All right, here we go. All right, let me catch up a little bit more. Ken Albury, what's up, dude? Good evening to you, good sir. Some person says hello. Very good, very good. Platinum is asking, is Solace going to get a revamp? And yeah, I've been playing around with some ideas for Solace. And yeah, it wouldn't be a continuation or anything like that. It'll be a revamp, maybe even a total reboot. Not really sure. It's definitely going to be something new, and not a continuation of where she was. But it'll be the same kind of fun, same kind of good times. I don't know if I'm going to have a series that's very like a teaser kind of series, and then have an adult series with her, or just have an adult series, because that's what Solace's title was really built for, is to have some fun adult good times. Good evening. Yes. Let's see. Some person says, I'll throw random ideas out. Maybe Scrooge, Rudolph the Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, a disgruntled elf going tactical. Now, if you overload my brain, it's just going to fizzle out. It's just going to fizzle out. Just a couple ideas at a time, so that way we can build slowly. Kevin says, Scrooge, Bill Murray. I was just seeing I wasn't watching this last night, but Bill Murray kept on coming up in my feed on the old Facebook. Like a lot of people were talking about Lost in Translation for some reason, and it was just on my feed. Do I want it like that? See, this is the advantage of doing it with this kind of pencil, because I can kind of change my mind about some things. I kind of want... I want her to kind of be jumping a little bit, you know? Maybe she's got a sexy elf outfit on, or something Christmassy, but it's still going to be sexy. We're still talking about Solace here. Something a little Christmassy, maybe some kind of elf thing going on. There we go. Kind of see what she's doing. We'll see if her position's a little bit too crazy. She's gonna be covered up by lots of other stuff here in a minute anyway. So some of this crazy pose might actually not be so crazy after a while. There we go. There you go. Got me quiet. Got me thinking about the little details here. All right, I think we're good for this little part here. I don't know if I should give her like a little elf hat. I should probably give her a little elf hat just to drive the point home. Some person says, or a turkey tired of Christmas being early. Tired of Christmas being early, as Mrs. Claus tied up. Ken says, I was out last week. Did I miss Pilgrim Nera? Close. We're very close to having a Pilgrim Nera. Katang says, maybe she's stuck in a Christmas wreath or in a snowman. Ooh, I kind of like that. Like her body, like literally stuck in a snowman. You know, I like that idea better than having the... I'm going to give her the Christmas hat. I'm going to give her a little bit of a Christmas hat. And we're going to lose this foot right here. Because her body is so like in a little twisted motion right now. That if I had her like literally stuck in a snowman, that would be actually super dope. Cool idea. I like that one. And if Facebook hits me again saying, or not Facebook, but if YouTube hits me again with a copyright infringement on my music, I'm actually using the generic StreamYard music now. I'm going to have to make you guys suffer with original music that I just make myself, which I was doing for a while. I'm glad nobody noticed it. It's kind of amateur. But at the very least, YouTube won't hit me with a copyright infringement. All right, I gotta get this. Let me get this snowman. She is stuck in this snowman. That's a great idea, dude. I don't know why that's hitting me just right, but let's roll with that. You'll see what this is in just a minute. I think you probably know. You probably could see what it is already. think she's going to be knocking this snowman over a little bit. Yeah, the position that she was in, combined with what's going on in the picture and all that, I don't know, it just kind of came together. You said she was stuck in a snowman. I gotta make sure I put that little. I gotta put a Christmas hat on her up here. So that would be cool. That'll drive that whole little point home. And who knows? This may end up just being a solace piece. Solace Christmas. We never know what we're going to do when we start out. It's just the way these things work out. Just keep on listening to the paper man. Cool. Now I gotta drive the point home that this is a snowman. Of course, I would like to include this piece like in the next, whatever the next near Christmas special is. But these are company characters. I'm allowed to include all these guys. There we go. Okay, as soon as I get in with this piece here, I'll see where you guys are at. See what your thoughts are. I still got to leave some blank space around too, because we're going to add some more elements in here too. Don't want to cover everything up just yet. And speaking of Christmas, looks like I'm working on King Cryptid for Alterna Comics. Everybody, I'm working on some extra books, some extra things. King Cryptid number 12, which I believe is up on Indiegogo right now from Alterna Comics. So if you guys want to check that out, because I'm drawing this is like their Christmas issue, dude. King Cryptid is rescuing Santa from Krampus, and I draw it a lot cooler than you think it might be. It's a cool story. It's a cool story. You guys gotta check it out. All right. So we got a general idea. This is evolving really, really cool. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be. But you know what? That's what makes these fun. That's what makes these fun. Yeah, let me grab my sharpener here. Got to use a special sharpener. It looks like a little trash can. I love these things. All right, let me make sure. Oop, there we go. All right, make sure I don't break the tip off. That was a good idea. Thanks, Fatang. That was a good idea. Had my brain going. Some person says, whichever Scrooge you desire. It could be Bill Murray. Bill Murray in the background. Some person says, perhaps she's badly disguised as a reindeer with antlers. All right, these are good things. Ken, what's up? Ken Sazer's here, everybody. Evening, gents. Oh, just on for a few minutes. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're here for a few minutes. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm glad we can hang out for a little bit, man. Always, always. Kevin says, welcome to our party, Mr. Z. Platinum says, probably need to throw a little tiny Elsa in this. Oh, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. That is Christmassy. She does provide the snow and ice. She's a very ice girl. See what I did there? Ken says, what are we drawing tonight? Well, you know what? I wasn't sure. We had a couple of different ideas. I know we were going to go Christmassy, probably. It's that time of year. Initially, we were kind of thinking, well, I was thinking anyway, that there was going to be some Nira X involved. But I think this actually evolved into Solace. This evolved into a Solace piece. So we started drawing Solace, and then right now she's either stealing a bag of toys from Nira, or she's just right now it's just like an action pose, taking a bag of toys. So it's just kind of cool, just the way it is. But we're gonna keep working on it. We're gonna work on this for about an hour and see where it ends up after the hour, and then after that we're gonna work on studio stuff. So for the first hour, this is the piece that we're auctioning off to one lucky winner, and then for the second hour, we just get to chat and talk, and you get to see us work on something that's going to be for one of the books that's coming up. So that's where we're at for right now, dude. Platinum, you boilerplated my entire speech into 2 words: Solace Clause. That's really all we had to say. That does get the point across. Well, you know how it is. Like, you can't see me, so it's like if I don't talk, then there's nothing happening. I feel like I have to take up the empty space with talking, or else it becomes boring. I'm glad you guys enjoy watching the art happen. I'm always afraid that it might be a little boring, you know, unless there's like some talking or some juggling or something. It's got to be something more. Some person says, pitch of patch. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I skipped over. Some person says, now I'm thinking of all the Santa Claus movies. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Pitch in the background. Laughing in glee at the trouble brewing. Pitch of patch. Yes, patch. Kevin says, what we want to pull off everything? Some person says he can always tape more paper to this. Just make it bigger. She could be stuck in a chimney that's being lit up. That would be dramatic. That would do it. Be a little toasty on them buns. Platinum says Dazzler was back during the fun book days. A real OG hottie. Yeah, totally agree. Some person. Ho 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 ho. Christopher, what's up, dude? He says, hello, my friend. What are we drawing today? Solace Clause. See, guys, I boilerplated it down. So we got Solace, either stealing or driving a sack of toys, stuck in a snowman. That's where we're at so far. Kevin says, if we're talking about little tinies, a jack shit doll needs to be peeking out of the bag. That would be funny. That takes Solace back to the beginning. That's true. Platinum says, have her stuck in Olaf. That way, the little tiny Elsa is even funnier. Good night, my friend. Hello. Good evening. Glad you're here, my friend. Kevin says snowman. I know, right? There's some parallels happening. Some history. Frosty is gonna melt. Yeah, Frosty is definitely gonna melt. That's kind of the snowman I was kind of going for. Kind of a mix between Frosty and what was that one snowman from that Michael Keaton movie from a long time ago? It was probably a movie that's just called Snowman, for all I know. But I remember him doing some Christmas weird movie with that. No, no, no. We don't want to kill the snowman. We just want her stuck in the snowman's belly. That's cool enough for me. Some person says there could be tiny elves holding, biting onto her to stop her. Several flinged mid-flight. That actually kind of goes into the scene. That's not bad. Some person has got all the ideas, man. Frosty thinks he found a new wife. Platinum says more deadlines. Oh noes. There's always deadlines. If I need to be busy, it keeps my brain going. Yeah. Plus I gotta put food on the table. Pizza ain't cheap. Some person said his carrot is missing though. Mrs. Frosty left with it. It's more like Solace Claus saves Christmas. That's kind of a little bit of what's going on there, right? Let's see if I'm saying your name right. Educado Vida Arte. I know it's like I know the word art is in there. I'm sorry that I don't understand, but super happy that you're here. Un trabajo de carácter extraordinario. Thank you so much. I speak Spanish, so I mean, I think I'm getting close. I'm not sure if I'm speaking Italian. Am I correct? I might be off. I'm not as international as I try to be, but I'm super excited that you're here. Thank you for saying that the art is extraordinary. Thank you so much, dude. Fatang says the snowman looks like he's laying on the ground as if he's waiting to snatch her by surprise. Oh, Platinum, that's it. Jack Frost. Yep, that's it. That's the movie I was thinking about. Scary Snowman was Jack Frost? Yes. Yeah, that was that Jack Nicholson. I was going to say Jack Nicholson. It's a Michael Keaton. I think it was a comedy. I don't think it was like a horror movie. I think it was a horror/comedy kind of movie. The Snowman, there was a family version of the movie and a horror film. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Christy Han, what's up, dude? Glad you are hanging out with us tonight. Very, very cool. I like the idea of the fairies. But we had the original idea of her basically kind of like one-upping Nira a little bit. You know what? Let's have them both stuck in the snow. Let's have Solace and Nira both stuck in the snow. We'll have Nira down here. She's already got the sack, so this will be a good way to have Nira belly down, ass up in the snow. What a horrible job I have. By the way, thank you guys for letting me do this. I'm not really very good at anything else, so if I wasn't doing this, I would be starving. All right, I think Nira's going to be looking up at Solace because she's like, crap, she stole my bag. She stole all the Christmas gifts. All right, get her looking up a little bit. Get that little button nose. Now, when we do the auction a little bit later, it will be for the pencil piece as it is, as you see it. I'm still thinking about inking it. I didn't know if I wanted to ink it digitally. I know that I'm going to add some color to it so everybody can download for free, because the regular version of this won't have like any like straight up nudity. The mods, I'm sure there's going to be a mod that will be, but it'll be on my Patreon page, and it'll be on there. You don't have to have a membership on there to download the regular version. I'll make that a public post. And yeah, I have a top secret Patreon page where we post our nudie pictures. But it's more of a way of just kind of like helping to support the studio a little bit. And then little by little, we're getting much better at making sure that we have more content. And this is one of the ways that you guys are helping me to make sure that I've got more content for the Patreon page. I like to have as much stuff as possible, as much stuff as I could post on the Patreon page as I can. And a couple dollars here and there helps out, so I appreciate you guys. All right, so Nira's going to be down here. We'll see how stuck in the snow we can get her. Let's dig into this a little bit. There you go. That way I can have her hair flip down. She's got a couple little signature looks with her hair. I think she's got her bangs look. This is like her original look, the flipped over to one side look. And she's got her look with her bangs. And then she's got the giant ponytail look, which I think is super cute. Always like the sexy ponytail thing. Get her shoulder in here real quick. I think this shoulder's broken. I think I threw that shoulder way up too high. I done broke Nira. She hasn't been doing her stretches. My anatomy is always a little wonky to begin with, but if it goes too far, I will pull it back. I'm very cartoony when I draw, so I tend to stretch things out. That's part of my transparency policy of not telling people that I am perfect at anatomy. In case anybody's wondering whether or not I know these facts. Okay. Whoa! Look at that. I'm running off the edge of the paper there. There we go. Now we can see. Now we can see a little bit. All right. I'll pull the paper up like this right here. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. I got to draw her body kind of stuck in the snow, so we'll see how we're going to pull that off here. right, let's see. Let me put it like. Wait, let me turn this light this way just a tiny bit. There we go. That way the light doesn't completely blow out the drawing. All right, let me go back up here a little bit. Chris says, as I catch up from the future, let's see. Chris says she's going to end up with frosted tips. That is absolutely correct. Science. Some person says Solace could have shrink-rayed Nira. This is true. This is true. She's got that futuristic tech. Fatang says maybe there is another girl and she got wrapped up in a cocoon of silk ribbons. I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Ken Albury says if we don't get ninja elves with candy cane nunchuck, I'm leaving. All right, there might be some tiny elves with candy cane nunchucks. Only because that sounds crazy. I kind of feel like I need to draw that now. Where would I fit one? Okay, I'll fit a tiny silhouette of one over here, but I think I'm gonna have to. Let's try and get one over here. We're doing this, man. We're gonna do this. In fact, we'll bring the camera in a little bit closer. Tiny elf chick with candy cane nunchucks coming up. You can't say something like that and have it be ignored. Oh yeah, we're gonna figure this out. We'll tighten this up as we go. This will be cool. How dare I reference in the ear and not actually make it an elf ear? We're gonna get this figured out, man. I'm telling you. She's got to be spinning one of them, so here we go. It's not a nunchuck if you're not spinning at least one of them. As soon as we get this elf in here, we're going to go right back to Nira, figure out what's going on with Nira. All right, we got her fixed in there a little bit. Got one elf ninja nunchuck. may even tighten that up a little bit later. Platinum says, "I feel bad for you, Bill, always having to look at poor Nira ass up all the time." I know it's a tough job. It's a tough job. Like I'm a rough talent coordinator over here. Let me shuffle this a little. Get a little point on this pencil. All right. Everyone's getting frostbite. That's damn right. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Well, Kevin, no doubt. No. Well, Kevin, no, with no bounties to chase, it's hard to pay bills. Sai, what's up? Is she looking up at the other girl's skirt? 100%. That's the only part of this piece that I planned ahead of time. Bill has a trans policy? Yay! Everybody is welcome here, my friend. You know my policy. And if elected, there shall be drink fountains and Coke machines on every floor of the high school. And I will continue drawing all the pictures. Sai says, also check out my avatar, drawn by the amazing Bill Mouse. Thank you, Sai. That's very nice. I don't often get recognized for things, so anytime anybody likes any of the things and actually shares it with people, that makes me super, super happy. So thank you, Sai. Yes, I did draw Cyborg Valkyrie's little ID, profile ID picture right there. That is mouse art right there. Platinum says, maybe Mr. Mouse can give her a cut of the club funds. It's like, dude, I think she gets all of the club funds. Actually, no, she supports me and my family. I think Kat gets all the club funds. Saying hello, awesome. Ken says, when you get rewarded for being a smartass. Very cool. Right? Omni, what's up? Glad you're hanging out with us. Say, yay, Christmas. So we're all in agreement with skipping Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think so. You know, what I was taught in school was so clean cut and direct, and that, you know, once, and then you know, I'm a dad myself, and then the whole idea of me talking to my own daughter about Christopher Columbus and the way things, like, you know, the more time goes, the more we discover how things actually unfolded and how things actually happened. And yeah, I'm not happy with that. Not happy with a lot of that. So yeah, I don't have a I still like the idea of watching the Charlie Brown Christmas or Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or whatever. But yeah, I'm not as gung ho about Thanksgiving as I was when I was a kid, for obvious historical facts. And I'm not sure why they. Well, you know, people always like to rewrite history, or they like to write history with a certain lean to it, to you know, everybody has an agenda. Well, not everybody, but certainly people in charge have an agenda. They want things to play out a certain way. But yeah, not. Now, that being said, I'm still going to my sister's house on Thanksgiving to steal food. It's free food, man. So that part is still happening. But yeah, not really on board with the whole Thanksgiving thing anymore. I used to get mad at people for starting to put up their Christmas holiday lights and stuff like that when Thanksgiving wasn't done yet. And I couldn't care less anymore. It's fine. The only thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want Mariah Carey music to be blasting on the radio any sooner than it needs to be. You know, it's the same song. I mean, it's like, you know, give it a little breathing room. That's all I ask. Just a little space. Give it a little space. Platinum says no, must have turkey. Absolutely. And I'm definitely going to someone else's house to steal it. I still want the food, don't get me wrong. And you know what, Omni? There's nothing wrong with that because we do that part every day. That's fine. I celebrate anybody who would like to have and eat some food. All of that, totally on board with. I think Nira's outfit is doing a little cyberskin shimmy down here. On the Patreon page, I'll have a mod where I remove all of that. That way we have like a little fun piece. Always butt up. Nira knows what it's like to pay the bills. She knows what's going on. Ooh, maybe, Yep, I know what's happening. I'm just looking for the angle. Just looking for the right angle. Yep, found it. Now I know what the snowman is doing with his other hand. Typical snowman. The heck? It explains the goose pimples. All right, just gonna add a little something back here to kind of frame it up a little bit. I love the fact that there is a ninja frickin' elf with candy cane frickin' nunchucks back here. It actually kind of makes me happy. Just want to put just enough of a background so we kind of know we're in a little bit of a Christmas setting here. I think we did good, guys. I'm breaking out this pencil more often. I found 2 of them in my studio, and I'm just like, oh my god, I haven't like actually used you guys in forever. And it's really agreeing with me. You know, sometimes you put down a tool for some time and then you come back to it later, and it's like it's a whole different experience. Awesome. I think this is where we are. Let me pull this back so you can see the whole thing all at once. Yeah, switch the camera in, make sure I'm kind of straight a little bit. There we go. Here we go. Lean it up this way just a tiny bit so you can see the whole thing. All right, I'll take a minute so I can catch up with the chat. Let's do that. Let's catch up with the chat. There we are. Fatang says, I want Christmas lights to stay up until February. I like Christmas time. I like Christmas is cozy time. You know, hot cocoa, log cabins, people just being nice. You know, I like Christmas time. I'm up for that. Some person says, keep pouring the gravy. Ken says, Platinum is correct. No skipping Turkey Day. That's right. That's right. No, we don't skip the turkey part. Some person says, I don't connect history to it anymore. To me, it's Food Day. Actually, you know what? I'll call it that from now on. I'm going to call it Food Day. Free food at my sister's house day is that's what I'm going to call it. Platinum says, in 500 years, what's the dang story going to be then? No one knows. Let's just enjoy each other. Exactly. Celebrate Food Day, my friends. And turkey. Kevin says, Cyberskin Shimmy? That needs a theme song. I nominate Shake It Off. Some person says mashed potatoes, boatloads of gravy. Oh, hell yeah, man. That's a very grabby snowman. Well, he's falling over. This is probably the last thing that he'll see before he disassembles into snow. One more for the road. Some person says the turkey will be replaced with cloned velociraptors. With gravy, though. Kevin says that ass slap is going to sting. Platinum says he's going to melt from all the hotness he's in contact with. What a way to go. Yeah, if you got to go with a smile. Some person says Nero with a carrot stuck in her mouth. Well, that's an idea. You've had lots of good ideas tonight. I'll think about it. I kind of like the way her face is looking up right now, but with the carrot stuck in her mouth and it's missing from his face, kind of. Okay, I'll sit on it for a minute. Let me see. Some person also says, "Who knows where she got that from?" Exactly. The people here have lights for every reason. They do. Let's see. I put my lights out and decorations this past Thursday. Oh, that's cool. I wait until, not that it means anything, but I usually wait until the day after Food Day. After Food Day, I usually throw up some lights. If it's summer, good enough. Put up the lights. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, the carrot. You know what? The carrot could be in her hand. Yeah, she just grabbed it or whatever. Yeah, because I kind of like the way her face is right now. Let's have her holding a carrot. She freaking grabbed the thing right off of his face. Because that only takes a minute. I could put it right here. Like it kind of implies that maybe some drama went down. It's like, why she got this carrot in her hand? You know what? And the timing was is just right, because that's about the 1 hour mark right there. So that's good. That's good timing for this piece. Excellent. Let me just kind of shave this down just a little bit. Make sure her shoulder is not too whacked out. Yeah, I might have to end up inking this. I don't know if I'm going to do it digitally or if I'm going to do it traditionally. Whoever wins the piece, you can let me know. Maybe we'll just add a couple of bucks to whatever it goes for, and I'll ink it for you. But if you want to keep it just in pencil, then whatever it goes for, we'll leave it at that. So the original that you'll get in the mail will be this right here, and then I'll do a digital ink and color so that everybody can download off of the Patreon page. In fact, I'll open this up for bidding right now, so that way we can move on to our next piece of the evening. Now, remember, when it comes to the bids, all I ask is that you type in the word bid next to the number, and then we will just go from there, and that will be totally cool. Let's see here. Let me get a little piece of paper to write on, so that way I don't have to scroll up on the thing if I need to scroll up for anything. Platinum says, thinking of a scene where Nira is in a big pot with a carrot in her mouth and surrounded by vegetables. That would actually be hilarious. I kind of like that. That's very Bugs Bunny. Nira stew. Patang says, I feel like there should be something above them, like a naughty drone taking away, or talking away at the naughty girls stealing the sacks. That could be a thing. No, it's funny. No, I like that. Nira is wondering why she didn't bring a coat to a winter wonderland. It's true. Kevin says, I'll buy that for $1. So Kevin's in the room. He's getting things started for $1. And of course, whoever wins the thing for tonight, the PayPal address. I'll throw up the PayPal address on the screen just so everybody knows what it is. It's a billmouseart@gmail.com. In fact, I'll do that right now. Just where is it at? There you go. I found it. I'll put it right next to the thing so that way I can find it easier next time. So if you do happen to win the auction tonight, if you send it friends and family, we'll love you even more. Please. But if you send your PayPal to just billmouseart@gmail.com, a lot of you guys already know this, but it's just for anybody who happens to not know. I appreciate you guys. So I'll take that off of the thing. We'll keep on checking out the chat. Ken Albury says, I'll buy that for $2. But Vatang's back in the room with $3. And Ken Albury's in here for $4. All right, Christopher says, enough with this. Okay, guys, let's just go. Okay, $25 for Christopher. Thanks, Christopher. I'll write it down real quick so that way I don't have to scroll back up. Thanks, dude. Okay, I'll just jot that down real fast. Platinum says, I'm going to assume that Nira fell out of a time singularity and wasn't ready for it. Chris Dehan in the room with 27. Thanks, Chris. I'll just keep on writing them down as we go. Now, close-wise, but of course. Kim says, if you send your payments as friends and family, it obligates Bill to be your friend. You'll be my friend. I'll be your friend. Christopher says he's in the room with 40. Thank you, Christopher. You're awesome, dude. Oh, Fatang coming in a little bit too late with 28. Fatang's like, dang. Christopher is no fun. Chris Dehan says 42, please. All right, Chris. Thank you so much, my friend. And let's see, it's 11:17 right now. We'll let this go until 11:20. So we're just going to keep this up for 3 minutes, and then I'll do a little 10-second countdown, and we will go from there, my friends. And then we'll work on something that we started last week. We have a piece with Evil Nera and Thalia, the Cyber Demon, that we're working on for future stuff for the books. So I'm excited about that. Ken Zazer's in the room with 45. Thanks, Ken. You're awesome, brother. Chris Dehan comes back and says, no, 47. Fatang says, I'm out just for this week, my friend. It's all good. Hopefully you still hang out with us while we do a little bit more sketching, kind of hang out. Platinum says, fight. Chris Dehan is in a room with 47. It's 11:18, so we got 2 more minutes. There we go. Get a nice little close-up for the camera there. Solace, dude. Haven't drawn Solace in a while. And this will be cool because, like, if Solace starts having a new series, we've been working on some ideas, so doing some writing. So Solace could have a new book sooner than later. Really excited about that. Excellent. Good, my friend. Christy Hen says, got to stay frosty on this. The fight was yesterday. I know, that fight. But this one isn't scripted. They're saying things about yesterday's fight. I'm just glad he got in the ring. You know, it's like but anyways, yeah, it's one of those things. He did what he had to do. They all got paid. Platinum says, I hear it wasn't much of one. I know they're kind of. It really needed to be classified as an exhibition fight. You know, like a celebrity fight, not like a fight. Christopher says, I'm good. I won Bill's artwork last weekend. You're awesome, brother. Solace Angel. Got 1 more minute. Some person says Frosty the Snowman is a very jolly soul, squishing thieves like they were made of dough. Ken is in the room with 50. Thanks, bro. You're awesome, brother. Chris Dehan says, no, 55. Tell you a thing or two. Make her earn a delta. Damn straight. Be in the cool girls club. See, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna set her over here and bring out the old keyboard so that way we can do a 10-second countdown on this piece. Set you right here. There we go. And as I always say every week, I go by the chat, by the YouTube chat. Ken in the room with 60. Thanks, dude. Hedging his bets. It's all good. All good, man. Awesome. I go by the chat that's on the live YouTube channel. If you're bidding from, here we go, 9. We'll see me start the countdown here. 8. Oh, got another bid. Chris Dehan in the room with 62. Thanks, dude. I'll write that down real quick and we'll get back in there. Kevin says, cool girls. It's already a titty bit nipple. Dude. All right, Chris Dehan is in the room with 62. Thanks, dude. So we're at 7. Ken back in the room with 65. Thanks, dude. Six. 5. And I type it in just as soon as the little field is empty for me to type in the next number. So 4, 3. Is it going to be? There you go. 2. Whoa, Chris Dehan in the room with 76. I I'm making sure to keep looking up, make sure I don't miss anything. Chris, you're awesome, man. Awesome. Countdown is continuing with 1 and 000, which means sold. I'm going to scan up my chat here. Chris Dehan, you are the winner, dude. Everybody, please congratulate Chris. I'm making sure I'm looking up the scrolling of the chat here. Make sure that I've got everything. Everything's cool. Kevin says congrats. Platinum Albra says congrats. Ken says congrats. Awesome, 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 dude. Thank you so much, dude. You are the winner this week. I'll write you down for 76, and I'll let you, when you shoot over the PayPal, I'll just let you know that I have it. And of course, when you do send your PayPal, please resend me your mailing address too, just to be on the safe side. It helps keep me straight. Make sure I don't get Confucius as to where the art is going to. Yeah, man, this piece came out so good, dude. And this is the way that you'll receive it. Unless you tell me otherwise, you'll receive the awesome, dude. I'm so glad you're happy, man. You'll receive the pencil piece just like this. If you want me to ink it on the actual paper, we can add in a little extra. You can just let me know if you want to do that. You can message me like in the PayPal thing or whatever, or you know how to message me, or just email me direct at billmossart@gmail.com, or just let me know right now in the chat. Totally cool. Fatank says congrats. Awesome, awesome. Christopher says can't wait to see this one on the club. Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a nude mod for this one on the club. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, Chris, if I don't hear anything else from you as far as like adding some extra for inks, you receive this piece just like this, and then we'll color it for free and do the digital inks, and that'll be up on the Patreon page. So thank you so much, dude. I'm going to set this aside because this one belongs to you, my friend. And we get to work on some different stuff. We get to work on a little something. Let's set this here so it's safe. All right. So cool, dude. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for collecting. Thank you for enjoying the artwork and hanging out with us all. That's what it's all about, man. Very, very cool. All right. Well, we don't need to have the little ticker thing up there. We can just hang out now. We got another 40 minutes or so, 30, 40, something like that. And we're going to work on this. Let's work on this for a little while. We started working on this last week. It's part of a 2-page spread that could end up being either a double cover, like a front and back, or it could be 2 covers that come together, or it could be a pinup page inside that is basically like a centerfold. So what's happening is that we have 2 characters, Evil Nira, ENX, and Thalia the Cyber Demon, which is a character that Chet came up with. That is his creator-owned character, the Cyber Demon. And basically, Evil Nira is looking in the mirror at a reflection of Thalia. And then the companion piece to that, we see it from the other side. We see Thalia looking into the mirror at ENX looking at her. So this is the half of it that we're working on for right now. So we're jumping into some inks. We finally got the basic layout down last week. And here we go. Finish some little detail right here. There we go. Almost forgot that little piece. Let me grab some ink pens, and we'll get going on that. Let me see. Let me put this thing up over here. There we go. Let's make sure that's all set up. All right. And we'll start working on some faces and some figures in between, and we'll see how far that we get. I'll keep on trying my best to look up at the finger guns. Exactly. I'll do my best to keep on looking up at the chat so I can keep up with everybody. Viralte. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. You're awesome, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Platinum says ENX. Yes. Platinum says, have the girls had a moment in the books yet where someone says Nira and they both go, what? It would be hilarious. That moment is coming. We haven't had that double moment yet. Haven't had that double moment yet. But I'm glad you mentioned it because that's something that does need to happen. I mean, I love the right now the trope of having a doppelganger in the first place. Such a cool little 90s trope to have, you know what I mean? So I'll bring the camera in a little bit closer. There we go. That way we're working in nice and close. Yeah, we can see how this piece develops as the evening goes. Hey, you'll notice that I'm spinning the paper around a lot. Especially around certain shapes. Like, anytime I have to draw like a very, like as controlled as I can anyway. Nobody's perfect. But when I have to draw a line that needs to be steady and needs to have a certain curvature to it, it's not just, a line that, there's plenty of lines that you could put in that they have like a huge fudge factor to them. You know, like when I'm doing the hair, I don't have to trace my pencils exact when I do things like the hair. But the eyes and like the shapes here on her chest and around her hips, they have to be pretty close to how I pencil it, to make it look as cool as I want it to, as cool as I can make it look. So I can't have those lines be shaky, and I can't have the curvature be to kind of like go off, because then it'll just look weird. Like on her eyelids, like when I'm doing a curvature, I'm always pushing the pen up so I could see where the line is going. So my hand's not actually covering the path. But honestly, another reason I do it that way is because as I've gotten older and I try to draw a steady line, my hands tend to shake just a little bit. Especially if I'm dragging the line as opposed to pushing the line. So there's always a competition between what you want to do and what you can do. There's always a little bit of a compromise. And it all kind of goes in and adds to whatever personality the art might have. I mean, that applies to everybody. However your hand moves for one reason or another, it's like your signature. And your signature is just very personal. And there's so many different reasons why you sign your name the way that you do. See, I had to stop talking for that little line. It's like I couldn't even be talking at the same time, or else she'd end up with a mustache. Little shadow underneath the nose. So I'm constantly turning the paper in the direction where I'm moving my hand in the most beneficial way possible. Too bad I can't do that when I'm drawing on a fixed thing, like a wall. When it comes to that, I just have to deal with it. Here we go. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit with you guys. See what's going on. Platinum says, "Hey, you really need to do a Nira ENX Wonder Twins piece. That would be amazing, actually. I mean, like an amazing thing. That's a cool idea. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to have her turn into a bucket of water and have him turn into an ice crane. But it would be funny to have them dressed up in the Wonder Twins outfits, like just touching fists. That'd be great. That's an awesome idea. I'm gonna try and put a pin in that. If I forget after a while, maybe you should remind me. You should put that on a list somewhere. Let's see. It might take some time, but we also need multiple ENX series where it lets us know what she was doing when Nira was doing her thing. I would start ASAP. I like that idea, actually. Actually, you know what? A series focused on Evil Nira's life and how it unfolded, since it would be like not necessarily the exact opposite, you know, like for like her whole life, but it would definitely it would have unfolded differently. It would have unfolded very different from our Nira, and I think that would be a lot of fun. And plus, I think our Nira is like, I don't know, she's kind of like the Superman, Spider-Man kind of character, you know, as far as personality, you know, it's like as far as how far she goes to do something or what she does, you know, like doing the right thing or whatever. And I think Evil Nira is much more of a Batman, where she kind of does whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have a lot of the moral quandaries that our Nira has. You know, she might actually go. Well, she does. She would go. She goes way too far to get something done, or if she thinks there's an injustice, or she's after somebody. Like maybe like she's probably willing to kill, possibly. You know, it's like where our Nira is definitely not willing to kill. You know, unless she accidentally kills somebody. You know, she's not out there trying to kill people. You know, she has a different set of ethics. You know, she's our quintessential good guy. You know, so that's a good idea. That's a good idea, and it is something we've been thinking about off and on for the past few years. We just need to find some more time. And the thing that, you know, what helps us a lot is we have collectors and we have friends of the studio and personal friends that they help me create the content. They actually buy the content or buy the pages from the books that we're creating, and that really helps it and goes a long way. So a lot of that has been happening in the background, and then that allows us to maybe either do a Kickstarter or something like that helps, you know, cover like the printing and all those kind of. So there's a lot of moving parts, but we can definitely make it happen. We can definitely make it happen, and I'm gonna set some things in motion to see that we do. That would be great. Some person says, I heard some inkers say they have to control their breath to steady their hand. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially if I'm putting down a very smooth round line. A lot of times I do actually hold my breath because I don't want something to shake my hand or move my arm. If I'm taking a breath, like just me moving my chest to take a breath moves my shoulder, and it moves my arm, and that moves your whole hand. So it kind of ruins everything. So a lot of times you really do have to hold your breath, or at least breathe very steadily. You ever see a movie where there's a sniper and he's training down on somebody, and at the last second, right before he pulls the trigger, like he holds his breath, he holds his whole body still, you know, to try and thread the needle. You know, it's hard sometimes, but it's good. It's part of the game. It's part of the thing. Chet, what's up, dude? Chet says that's down the road, Platt. Yeah, I think it is down the road, but we're definitely thinking about it, because it takes some time sometimes to put these projects together. Right now we're putting a project together that's for next year, and it's one that we've been thinking about already for some time. So I can't wait to do that one. That's going to be a 3-issue miniseries. So I won't say more than that. I'm just saying that's the amount of time that sometimes it takes to put stuff out. So a lot of long game stuff. Platinum says we can't just throw money at you for no reason. Yes, you must throw money at me, please. You must throw the money, but you collect the artwork. So that's the big plus is that if we do a series or if you're financing a series, some of our collectors are actually people that are I would call them patrons, uh, but they are keeping the original artwork. They're definitely keeping like the actual work. Yeah, it's not just throwing money and then absolutely getting nothing out of it. You're either involved, you're getting titles, you're getting the actual artwork that you can keep or sell or do what you want with. And then later on, when we do get Kickstarter for to kind of finance the printing and stuff like that, then I get to see the books actually come to life, and actually get in people's hands. So it's a multi-staged operation. But one that I'm glad that everybody feels like they're getting some happiness out of it and some quality time out of it. Let's see. Some person says, "I'm not the evil one. I'm the cool one, nerd." There's a lot of truth to that because evil Nira doesn't call herself evil. I mean, she does call herself ENX, but I think that's out of spite because Nira calls her evil Nira. She doesn't just call herself. That's like if you go to Brazil, they don't call them Brazilian nuts when you're in Brazil. They just call them nuts. It's like so for her. From her perspective, from evil Nira's perspective, she's Nira. This other Nira is just soft Nira or anti-evil Nira. Platinum says, always expected that ENX was just an anti-hero, not a villain. She kind of walks the line. She kind of walks the line because she doesn't set out to be the hero. She sets out for adventure, and she sets out to get what's hers. She's not just plotting evil to be an evil person, but she will do bad things in order to get what she needs or to get what she wants. So I don't know if I would equate her with a Catwoman type character. You know what I mean? Where she's doing bad things, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, she's not that bad. It's like you kind of don't know where her morals begin and end. She's just lived a rougher life, and she's had harder experiences. So she's not near as Lex Luthor. She's not that type of character. She's not just a quintessential, totally a bad guy. But she does have a moral gray area that extends way past Nira's. Platinum says, I love ENX's suit. Love the style. Thanks, dude. It's actually kind of based on the style of costume that Nira had during the 90s. The late 90s, Nira X was published by a company called Avatar Press. And in Avatar Press's series, there are elements of her costume, like the collar and these shoulder pads and stuff, that they're very, very reminiscent of how she looked in the Avatar books. Whether there's some connection there, with her, I never really drew like any real parallels with that, but I didn't want that costume design to go away. So in the costume, like Nira's costume, even though it's like a one-piece bikini kind of suit, she is more modest in the, like she has a boob window, she has a boob door in the front. So she'll use whatever assets she has to distract people or just to be more edgy or kind of be a badass or whatever. So I figured she would adopt and keep that elements from that costume. Excellent. Nira wants you to be a Nira fanboy. Absolutely. That's what makes her happy, dude. That's what makes her exist. Chet says, any updates on those card boxes? You know what? I do have an update on the card boxes because I have been working on that in the background. Let me go find one of the boxes so I could show you guys real quick. Just give me 2 seconds to go back to my warehouse, which is 2 steps away from me. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something here that hopefully you guys will be very, very interested in. And there's been some changes along the way, just because of the way production has been, and because of some elements didn't quite come together the way they were supposed to, and maybe a couple of problems with a printer here and there. So yes, the 30-year loot box is a real thing. Can you believe it? So it is. We have a merch brand that we call Item Culture, which is this brand right here. And let's open this up. I'll show you what is going on with the 30-year loot box, and I'll explain briefly what it is. Basically, over the past 30 years, since I started in comics, I've worked on lots of different card sets, and we've produced a lot of cards. This is one complete shrink-wrapped box. And initially there were supposed to be 100 of these boxes, and there's at least one original sketch card from a card set that I've worked on inside each box that I've drawn especially for the box. It could be from the Vampirella card set. It could be from the Witchblade card set. It could be from. I've worked on quite a few, like a couple DC sets, a Marvel set. So there's going to be one original art card inside each box. There's only 50 boxes that are made. They're going to be randomly inserted in these bags. I'll have a cool sticker inside here. And you know what? I do have a box that's open. Let me run over and get an open box so I can show you what's inside. So I'll be back in just 2 seconds. I wasn't prepared to show you guys. But I think it's a good idea to show you what we got going on, so that way you guys know. So thanks, Chet, for bringing that up, because it's good to show everybody what is going on. Oh, good. I grabbed one with a coin in it too. All right, cool. So there's only 50 of these card sets, and I believe because there's only 50 of them, I was toying with the idea of only charging $50 for each card set box. So there is that. The actual final price might vary a little bit, but the $50 is what I was thinking. And since an original sketch card, a single sketch card usually goes for $45, like basically everything else in the box set would be free. So there is. Oh, see, and now I've got to get one more thing to show you. One more little thing. Now remember, there's only 50 of these. They're not numbered, but they're random. And they're all filled with a random collection of sketch cards that I've worked on over the years. Okay? Well, let me turn on the light again. So I'm going to open up one box. This is an unsealed box, and I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to show you what's inside. I've really tried to pack this box with as many things as I possibly could. That was actual sketch card sized. So these are all the things that you might find in the box. Now, keep in mind, this is a loot box, okay? So there's a possibility of you getting all of these cards. There's a possibility of you getting some different cards. So here's a metal Asphalt Fighter card. That's signed on the back. There is an art edition distressed metal Nira X Dark Seas coin that I painted and distressed myself. There's only 6 of these coins inside each. There's only 6 of these coins in the entire set. And I signed a little card thing on the thing. I made sure that it was stays nice and steady inside the box. A lot of them are going to have a cool Nira X Zombies Cheerleaders sticker. And let me see. Some of the cards are backwards. Some of them are forwards. I've got a lot of printed cards. I've got metal cards, metal Nero X card. These are some Nero X cards and cards from different sets. Here's our signature card for the box set. Here's a Nero X shiny chrome card. There's a Savage Becca card. Lots of different cards. And you might even find, like this one right here, original sketch card art by other artists, which is that's a privilege for me to be able to share that with you guys. I got this card, I got Nero X card, I've got a regular card, Allura, I've got Mercy. This one comes from a skeleton. Is a skeleton from from Brains. This is from a Brains card set. And this is just some of the cards that are in part of it. There's all kinds of cards from different sets inside all of these. Now, there's one special card. There's only one golden ticket. And this is what it looks like. It's Nero X with some cool wings on her back. And if you find this metal card inside your box, you basically found a golden ticket. And you'll have to email me at my email address direct, so I can mail you the original art that goes to this card. And it's an original 11 by 17 piece of artwork of Nero X in her golden ticket form. And it's a free piece that I'll mail to you if you show me that you're the one who has received the actual golden ticket card. And that's what's going on with these. So now I gotta repack this entire box. And the box came out super cool. Now on the box, it even says that there's 100 sets, but there's only 50 sets because of there was an error at the printers that we couldn't fix. And then because of that, I was able to actually load a lot more cards into the set because there was only 50 of them now. So that is what that is all about. Look at that, Chet. You got me talking about like 20 different things. So let me put these all together. And then I didn't even show you like the original card that I'll be sliding into each one. So I do have cards that are from like I said, Vampirella, Witchblade, DC, Marvel Masterworks. There's going to be some cards from a little bit of everything in this set. So that's what the loot box is all about. And I'm hoping that it will go on sale for my birthday in January. I was hoping for Christmas, but competing with Christmas is kind of hard. Everybody's spending money on lots of other things for Christmas. And I probably need a couple extra minutes anyway to make sure that I draw all of the original sketch cards that are going to go inside this bad boy regardless. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening with that. All right, let me see what you're saying in the chat here. Fatang says that sketch card box looks awesome. Thanks, dude. Yes, it was a lot of steps. It's a lot of steps to putting something like that together, and I'm glad that I had some really, really good help from my silent partner in crime. I won't say that his name rhymes with Chet, but Chet says one redemption card for the original art. That's right. Keep me on my toes, man. Keep me on my toes. Ken says, where did you have the metal cards produced? My publisher over at Committed Comics, Tom, he knows a few different people that make metal cards. So I was deferred through a person. So I'm actually I don't have the information right in front of me. I could probably find it and look it up. These were actually printed like quite a few months ago, so I'm kind of at a loss right now. It's like, oh wait a minute, where did I have those printed? But I could try and find. I could defer you over to Tom over at Committed Comics. You can find him on Facebook, and that's essentially I did it through Tom. But Tom actually knows people who print metal cards and metal covers and stuff like that. He's very good. He knows a lot of people. Platinum says, so that means 50 times 50 to get the ticket for sure. Only $2,500. What a steal! Chet says Platt just needs one lucky box. That's it. Just one lucky box. Well, we still got a few more minutes left in our time together. Thanks for bringing up the card set, Chet. I'll be posting before I actually have it for sale. I'll post something like a little bit more comprehensive on my website at billmouse.com, which is in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. That's my website. You can see all my social links and maybe see like what's the latest project we're working on, that sort of thing. But I'll put up some pictures to kind of show everybody a little bit of what you're getting inside the boxes. So, and honestly, like I'm still actually sliding extra cards. Like if I find something from the 90s, or if I find something that's worth having inside the deck, I'm just sliding them in. I'm just trying to fill these boxes up, so that way you get a lot of free stuff with the purchase of the box. Platinum says, don't take chances, I always say. You're awesome, brother. All right, well, let's see. We'll work on Evil Nero. Actually, you know what? I gotta do Thalia's eyes. Let's do her eyes next. Thalia's really fun to draw, and I like how now she's a proper villain. She's been a good proper villain for Nira and the other Cyber Angels. So I'm really glad that Chet created her, and that she's a part of the lore. Give her a little bit of personality. You know, I was thinking about Platinum is asking about Nira X playing cards. I was thinking about doing something like that. There's another artist that this past year, has it been 2 years? This past year, he produced a card set, and the entire set is in his style of artwork. He's an artist that I follow. He's a graffiti artist that I follow. His name is 1000. If you look it up, his art style is really fun. It's really cool, and doing the amount of time that it would take to produce the card set for how many card sets I might be able to sell, I don't know if that's prohibitive or not. But it is something that I was considering, because just the idea of having a card set, it's so cool. It sounds so cool to me to be able to have something like that. So it's something that we're thinking about, but not something we're have locked and loaded as far as like a plan or anything like that. It'd probably take me a good year to produce all of the artwork. If I was going to do all the cards, because you want the back of the cards. If I was just doing a set where the front of the cards were generic and we just have one image on the back, that's I don't know. I feel like if we were going to do something like that, I think people would want more out of some kind of custom set. So making all of the cards be original artwork for the actual playing side of the card, and then the back of the cards can all be the same. But doing something a lot more custom, it takes a bit. So even if it breaks even, I would consider doing it, because I just think it would be so cool to have. It'd be fun. It'd be a nice conversation piece, and it's a nice project, that we can all look at and stuff, have fun with. Thalia, she gets some big curved horns when she gets mad. That's a possibility, kind of like Hellboy style. It's like when he goes all like friggin' power mode. Chet says she was technically a vampire, but we redirected to cyber demon. Yep. So she still has those vampire properties, but she's also has cyber angel properties. Like one of the core things that happened to Thalia in the story is that she tried to bond with one of the cyber angel orbs. There's these cyber scan or these cyberplasm orbs, and when that orb molecularly bonds with its person, it changes that person. And that's for all the cyber angels except for Nira, and possibly evil Nira because her body works the same way. Um, the orb is what gave them their powers and gave them their abilities and their weapons, and kind of tapped into those things. So when Thalia tried to bond with it, it rejected her. She wasn't somebody who was chosen to have one, but they're properties of the orb that stayed with her, but they're twisted. They're twisted and evil, and she uses that evil. And now she's a cyber demon. She's a whole new thing. So, but she still does have those vampire. That's still part of her DNA. That's still part of who she is. Chet says I could, in theory, do a CCG set. Just need the art. Bill already knows the plan for that anyway. Okay, good. I'll talk to Chet. I will talk to Chet because that could be something fun that we could put together for real. Platinum says so. She's not really a demon. No, she's a demon to Nira, and she's a demon to any other cyber angel that she runs across because she has a deep seated hatred now for first of all for Nira herself, but she has a hatred for any cyber angel that she runs across, because not only was she rejected by the cyber skin or by the orb that gives the cyber angels their power, but the cyber angels actually kind of they defeated her as a result. So she's not really she's more of a vampire with cyber angel properties, I guess you can say. She's kind of a really dark mix of the two. Platinum says, do you remember in which series you talked about the bonding and such? I can't remember. It's been so long. No, it's all good. That's actually in the Nira X Reborn miniseries. So Nira X Reborn is a 3-issue miniseries. We first published it through Committed Comics. That's our direct market publisher. So that's our official publisher for Nira X. And then under Entity Comics, we publish the artist proof editions that have different covers, and sometimes the interiors also have a different treatment. And we want to kind of make it like a director's cut, the artist proof edition. So it's the Nira X Reborn 3-issue miniseries, and I think I actually have that for sale on my online store. I believe so. Yeah, if you go to my online store, if you go to bellmouse.com and you click on the online store, it'll take you to my Gumroad store, and you can actually purchase those issues from there if you wanted to pick them up. Yeah. I imagine an actual cyber demon would be super powerful. Yeah, that's the thing. She's a really serious threat because she was powerful to begin with. She exists on the Cyber Angel homeworld, which is a place called Oasis. And on this world, she was already a vampire, and she was already quite evil and quite powerful already as it was. She was just dormant in her castle and just kind of not doing very much. Just kind of torturing and or terrifying some small towns that were nearby to where her castle happens to be. So she wasn't really doing that much with what she had, but she was already a powerful being to start out with. Then on top of that, you add in some of these cyber angel properties, and it kind of twisted her even further. So she's kind of she's just kind of a new thing. She's partially cyber angel and partially vampiric. Platinum says, "I'm at the older series. Did you go through bonding? Then I had. Oh, okay, yeah. In the old series, in the original Nira X series, that's how Nira first got her was able to wield her cyber angel powers in the first place. She got very close to one of those orbs and it bonded with her, and then that Nira kind of like went back in time and gave her younger self to Cyberskin. There's a lot of time travel shenanigans that happen after that that gets frankly too confusing to keep up with. It's one of the reasons that Nira doesn't take herself too seriously, because some of the time travel shenanigans, they totally conflict with each other, and it turns into spaghetti. But yeah, the original book, that's what happened. In fact, her rogues gallery of villains from the original book, which was just titled Nira X Cyber Angel, and that's we published those through Entity Comics back in the early 90s, or the mid 90s, like 95, 96. Her rogues gallery of villains were where it was a group of guys that they followed Paradox, which is her nemesis, and the guys that are basically Paradox's thugs, his group, his gang, they all bonded with different Cyber Angel orbs, and they had very different punishing effects, because they weren't chosen to bond with those orbs, but they bonded with them anyway. So one guy turns into liquid. His name is Quid in true 90s fashion, but he can never turn into a human again. So he's trapped in that form. He's just a liquid guy, and his normal form happens to be like wearing the protective outbreak suit that he was wearing when he was bonded to it. Another person, Millennia, she bonded with it, and it split her body into two different halves, where one side of her is like feral and primal and kind of like animalistic, and the other side of her is very intelligent and calculating, but they see through each other's eyes. So they're two people, but with one soul, operating out of two completely different bodies. So they have like really weird side effects to bonding with those with the cyber skin. And some of their stories, I'm not sure if because like you said, it's been a long time, so I have to look. But if you go to my online store, you can download PDFs for some of the original early Nira X stories. They're free on my online store. You can download the PDFs for free, and you can read those stories and have some fun with that. So you can take a look. Platinum says, I have to break out the old stuff and revisit the lore. Let's see, it almost seems like Cyberskin is like a Guyver type intelligence suit or other dimensional entity like. Yeah, you know what? If you think about the Guyver, that's pretty close. Some of the ideas that I think I was probably leaning into was like, you remember Will Spertasio is Wetworks Image comic, Wetworks and probably Venom, for lack of another, just because it's a liquid, intelligent, but it's technology though. It's not like Venom where it's a living symbiote. It is basically like just a technology that's just so far advanced. It's probably akin to an AI type of thing, but it's liquid, but it forms different solid objects, and it has a certain library of shapes and weapons and clothing that you can use, depending on the wielder, because it's that's the one thing about the cyber skin, is that it kind of tailors itself to whoever is wielding it. And most of the time, the cyber skins were actually designed for specific people by a person who lived in that future and actually designed all of those cyber angel orbs. So that's why when somebody bonds with one and they're not supposed to, you get kind of some weird side effects and some weird things happening. Man, well, this is a good time, dude. It's like we've gone past 2 hours a little bit. It's totally fine, but we got to talk about a lot of stuff. got to catch up with some things, got to do some artwork, got to have a cool little art auction. The piece came out really, really cool this week. You guys came up with some really, really cool ideas. I tell you what, it's time to call it a night. So I'm going to continue working on this piece throughout the week. Maybe we'll work on the second half of it in a future episode. I think next week we're actually going to be working on a piece that was commissioned by Ken Zazer. So I know he's probably already stepped out, but he might see the episode a little bit later. So it's like, Ken, when you watch this a little bit later, we might be working on your piece next week. And after we do our typical group chat jam piece that we always like to do first, and then so after the auction we'll work on Ken's artwork, and then we'll take it from there, and then see what happens. Let's see. Patang says, I had the same idea in a story I'm making. It was a tech created from an alien symbiote, and he's used to make solid matter. Yeah, see, I like doing stuff like that. I really like it. And then with the thing with Nira's situation, it comes from this timeline that really was kind of wiped out. So it's like I can only imagine how advanced this timeline was that Nira originally came from. That no longer exists. But some of that technology followed along, and that's where we get all the cool weapons and the cool drama and stuff. So, Ken, you are here. Woohoo! Excellent. Yeah, I was just telling you, I'm just about to sign off, dude. But I'm just letting everybody know that after our art auction piece for next week, I'm sure that we're going to be working on one of your pieces. And then the week after that, we'll jump back into some more ENX and Thalia, and we'll be bouncing back and forth between different things that we're working on. So that sounds like a plan. So at least I got a little bit of inking done on this one. This is good. I'm glad everybody got to hang out and chill out with me for a little while. I appreciate you guys. And yeah. What am I thinking? That's how late it is. I need rest. I need to go to sleep. I'm just kidding. I'm just getting tongue-tied because I'm trying to pick these buttons on the side here while I'm getting ready to play the credits there. But anyways, hey, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend. Sunday is just upon us. And maybe I'll see you guys throughout the week. If not, I will see you next Saturday like we usually do, 10 o'clock, Standard Eastern Time. And we'll do it again. All right, man. Everybody have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon. All right. Good night, everybody.
Now, our operation is small, but there's a lot of potential for aggressive expansion.
Good night, Seattle.